I'm a bit dirty, so I just do this thing. Started making very cheap products. There were new stars on YouTube, dermatologists and cosmetologists. Trying for the first time this clean girl trend on myself. Don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm not sure that it's gonna fit actually my particular face, because normally when I go for my makeup, I do everything opposite. I'm still gonna risk. You know, I never use cream contouring, but I decided to get this e.l.f. It's cheap. I was not sure that I'm gonna stick to it, so I just decided to give myself a try. But it's great. I like it. It's a great product. I don't use much, just maybe slightly darkening my cheeks on the sides. Sometimes even for my day makeup. I rarely wear makeup during the day except for maybe mascara and brows. Going for a darker shade for my... So you see, when somebody has swollen face, it's not always working when you're having all that dewiness on your face, and then cream contouring is fine, but of course I can also add some lightness for eye lift. They do the eye lift. I'm always putting that lifting here. I have pretty bumpy skin, sometimes, not always, and also have large pores and all those things. I don't have tight face, you know, so I have always those childish puffiness. I don't think that I look healthy with the glow. This is why some women, they feel like if that kind of makeup doesn't fit them, then they're just not that perfect modelish kind of like young girls. But it's not the case. I have this since my childhood. It's not an aging thing or something. It's just how my face is basically built. So you see I have all those puffiness in different places on my face and bumps, and just the structure basically of my whole face. I can also do, or I forgot to do nose, yeah, so I just don't think that it's for every face going for that dewiness. Sometimes I use MAC Studio Fix to conceal certain parts of my face. So what I can say, without powder, for me at least, it's impossible. So I will go for Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. My face immediately looks healthy if I make it matte. You can see this. Not the dewiness is making my face lifting effect, but actually matteness, you see? So that part of my face looks much droopier, heavier, less fresh. Like dewiness is supposed to give you freshness. It doesn't look fresh. That looks fresher. So for some faces, I still think that there are some, I can see many women actually that are trying to repeat this clean girl makeup look, and then they don't understand what exactly they don't like about it, but they don't like how they look, and they go for full face of makeup or just doing some other exaggerating things, or they keep doing this extreme dewiness and it just doesn't fit them very well. But I'm not a fan of powders and matte products because I don't like dry skin. I'm still in the middle of resolving this problem. Maybe this problem is not resolvable, but you see, so for some faces, the lifting itself happens when they mattify that. For my brows, I'm gonna use Brow Blade by Urban Decay. I'm gonna give a little bit of a lift to my brow, but they have to be natural for this look, nothing harsh. Add a little bit of this Kat Von D lighter shade, tiny bit on the cheeks here. Blush, I have this Sephora blush, which is very old. I almost don't use it actually, I don't like blush. So I will use this brush. So they normally now put it very close to the eyes. I already still feel like I have a lot of makeup on. I prepared to be that girl, you know, like it's a makeup of that girl. Not only makeup, it's a lifestyle, night morning routine, some freshness here, some a little bit here. The eyeshadow, probably pink and shimmery, something like this. Again, something that I never normally do, because I feel like if the face is puffy, it's better to reduce redness, because puffiness and redness together, they can create a sick effect. So this is what's normally happening. So for every woman who has slightly puffy face that wants to reduce, just wants to make it more flat and wants to reduce that volume, especially prominence volume coming forward, because sometimes there are wide faces with cheeks, but they are more flat. Not only Asian actually, it's just they have flat surface. So for them, it's fine. It doesn't look like it's swollen. But for faces like mine, it does look like it's swollen. I feel like I'm all red now. Not clean girl, but sick girl trend. I'm still gonna line my eyes a little bit so they would not look droopy. I'm taking this very thin brush, which I got in a craft store, and darker eyeshadow. The links of my products I'm gonna use down below. Most of the things I bought myself, some of them was a present. But I rarely use eyeshadow, to be honest, like different kinds of eyeshadow. Sometimes they do this elongated cat eye effect. I don't want to actually overline my eyes because my eyes are not lifted at all, and they normally adding a little bit longer line here in the inner corner of my eye, and do this like a fox eye elongation, which I normally don't do because I don't think it fits me. I think short eye makeup fits me quite more, and then kind of connecting to the lower lashes. For the highlighter, I'm gonna use this chocolate bar by Too Faced. I love this, and I'm only gonna choose it on the places where I can, so not to exaggerate the puffiness again. For me, it's more like when I smile. This is my prominent parts, and for many ladies, this is higher. So normally when they smile or when they don't smile, their cheekbone is here, higher. I also gonna put it here, but this is not the most prominent part of my face, which is very funny because the most prominent part is in the center of my face. This is why it's kind of falling forward above my lip slightly, maybe a little bit above my brows, because this is where it catches the light and it shows that my skin is dewy. Mascara, I'm gonna use, it's very popular, right? Thrive mascara, but sometimes it comes off as a blush. Just a rubber lash is lying on my cheek somewhere. This is the only thing that I don't like because I live in a very hot place. I live in Florida now. And probably this is slightly melting with heat. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm not doing anything. I'm not over blinking or something, but for some reason I sometimes look in the mirror and I see a couple of rubber lashes just lying on my cheek. Let me know, guys, if that happens to you too. And for this look, I wanted to elongate actually my lashes and not to over thicken them. Now, pencil I'm gonna use is, of course, Half Red by MAC is my favorite pencil. Just gonna line my lips a little bit. And I want to watch the videos about a clean girl. It's a kind of lifestyle. It's a that girl kind of situation. And then these girls are sharing their morning routines, their night routines with everyone to have a good beauty sleep. For my beauty sleep, I've always wanted to get silk pillowcases because I felt like my hair on the back is rubbing so much sometimes, so I just wake up and I even scared to comb it because I feel like it's gonna break. And also I heard that for the face it's also better, so I got 3 silk pillowcases and I'm changing them all the time. I sleep on them for 1 month already now, and I can actually tell the difference for sure. My hair is always silky and shiny, but it's just a bit more silky and shiny in the morning. It's not matte, so I like it. Some girls use glosses, like kind of natural lip situation. I actually think that my makeup is very much not natural. I think it's because my lashes are thick. With this eyeliner, I have like full glam. That's fine, because we are experimenting. This is my rubber band. I cut it from my husband's sock. So I just put some dry shampoo. It's pretty hot, so my hair is too silky. Clean girl is doing central parting. It's the most popular now. My hair, as you can see, is not used to central parting. Maybe go a little bit on the side. I think if you don't want to do a central, you can always go off center, like 1 centimeter. It's like, you see, Ali Art is doing things on trend. I normally don't put my hair on the back. Sometimes when I do, I have to have some volume on top, or I do some things on the side. I will decide what I'm gonna do, because Clean Girl aesthetic is about sleek hair on the back and central parting and no volume. Like if I don't have any volume, you can see how bold I can actually look, because I have pretty small hair area here that starts from here to here. So I prefer some hair sticking out from here, but this is my haircut. You can see that this hair I on purpose cut always slightly shorter, and I don't have to do anything with that. So it's basically already slightly lifted all the time after I sleep. I can do like this, or I can remove these things too. I don't know, just if I like. You know, I have pretty much makeup now. I feel like I'm full face of makeup. And I definitely exaggerated the shape of my eyes with this one. I probably should not have done this. I've just seen it in TikTok that they do this. I normally wear silver. Not even silver, but metal jewelry. I don't like gold jewelry, and I don't like classic jewelry. I don't like small jewelry, but why not? We can try and be a bit more classy today. And as I said, guys, I don't consider myself classy because I love glam rock. So, question to you. What do you like more, like this or like this? With slight hair on the front? Let me know in the comments. I'm just curious what you say. I think I like it more with hair. I don't like when I'm wearing everything too tight, too sleek, too accurate, too perfect. I think it fits to different kinds of girls with different kinds of structure and body structure. I'm still a pretty boyish girl. Okay, let's go for clothes. So I've researched a little bit. So she's wearing more expensive clothes, looking classic, maybe smart casual. Normally it's a blazer or cardigan. I have this white top from Zara. It's like Zara Basics. Like I have it for like a couple of years, which is great. It fits to so many outfits. And then I have the silk pants, cashmere, beautiful cardigan with a color that I think is amazing nude color. It is so unique. Maybe a little bit more my version would be something like this. That is more my that girl aesthetic because I sing rock all the time. By the way, welcome to my YouTube channel. Whoever likes rock, and not only rock, that just older music, pop, 80s, 70s. I'm gonna leave the link down below. Boots like this also would be my version. Or if I want to go for a cuter side, I would probably go for something funny like this. I love platforms. I love something crazy and chunky slightly. I'm not a big fan of classic bags. These two I love. I adore, and this is probably the most classic things that I can go for myself and still be me. This one it's like $1, but I was not sure that I'm gonna wear gold on myself. It was like an experiment just for the sake of trends, just for the sake of understanding how I feel in trends. Sometimes I would go for something like this. I like something metal. And I don't like accessories. I rarely wear rings or earrings, very rare. So basically what I can say, I like this look on me if my face is powdered, if I'm not very sleek on my hair, if my lashes are slightly thicker, because if they're thinner, then I look slightly sleepy. You know, that's my personal thing. So a little bit of history. How did that start? How I understand what happened is in 2020, we have this pandemic. Everybody's sitting home. Women stopped wearing a lot of makeup but we need a game. Show must go on, right? Just calm down and do nothing. We need a problem. So we got another problem, skincare. So skincare brands started making very cheap products. There were new stars on YouTube, dermatologists and cosmetologists. New era began. So now we need healthy face. Face full of makeup, yeah, it's always fun, but we know how to do it. Yeah, it started on YouTube 10 years ago, and many women mastered it to such a degree that everybody is their own makeup artist now. If you've seen my just recent video when I'm rating the makeups of the 20th century, each decade, you can watch this. I'm gonna leave the link down below, where I talk about each decade. I put the rate for each one for wearability, authenticity, and aesthetic. It's my personal viewpoint, but I'm still explaining there why I'm rating this or that, this number. So there, I'm talking about that clean girl aesthetic, of course. I like that aesthetic. I like that healthy girl who is doing business instead of depression. I think it's a pretty healthy kind of a thing. I think also partially it was inspired with Hailey Bieber. She had a lot of pictures with very similar makeup in pink tones with very dewy skin as if it just has cream on and nothing else, or oily serum, something like this. And normally these girls are making pictures whether during the evening or morning when the sun is very yellow and is shining through the window from the side. This is how they can show the texture of the skin, how it's shining, how glowing it is, how dewy it is, yeah? And then this became a big trend on TikTok, having that dewy natural makeup, no makeup look, very fresh and pink tones, and then there are many new trends with applying blush and especially cream blush under eyes, which was a very big no-no just several years ago. But I liked it. I think it works. You're basically even contouring your face with some pink here, some pink here on the sides of your eyes. It gives that fresh sunburn, slightly kind of an appearance. I think it's pretty healthy looking trend and I like this. So on TikTok, there are many girls who are doing this kind of a makeup. So she posted this video in July 2021, 1 year ago. It became viral and got 11 million views. This is what I found out started this clean girl trend. We never know who was the first one still to use these words to describe this, but still this one looks like one of the first ones to start this trend and call it this way.
You know those girls that always look clean, their skin is always glowing, their lips are always glossed, and they never ever look like they're wearing too much makeup? We may not be them, but here's how to get their look.
Very shortly after that, many YouTubers started making videos about how to look like a clean girl aesthetic. And why I did this video also because, as I said in my previous video about rating the makeups, I was researching a lot and I had to research what is actually trending right now in 2020, 2021, 2022, and then I found this trend and then I looked deeper into that subject and I realized that actually, yeah, I like this trend very much. It's just the soundtrack of my life sounds a little bit different. Not that music that these girls normally are listening to, which changes pretty much for me personally, because this is why I need to throw something in. I need to add something in order not to be that polished, that glamorous and as classy, because I like just a little bit different kind of music and then the different vibe. My morning routine, for example, is wake up. My evening routine is go to bed. Of course, I'm doing some regular skincare. When I watched many videos of that clean girl aesthetic, like it's like that girl having those routines and healthy diet and stuff like that. I don't have all that. I eat very simple. I don't cook too much. I normally just boil something or steam, for example, like vegetables. I love rice, basmati rice, Indian. Every time I don't feel good or something is happening with my body, I just go and do rice with butter. And that's my favorite stuff to kind of unload my system. Another part of my diet is chocolate. I love chocolate so much. I should not love chocolate so much, actually. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that was interesting for you. Please let me know if you are one of those who can't follow that clean girl aesthetic 100%. If you're one of those who have to add something your own, and what it is. What is it you're adding and what is it you're not doing and why? Because I'm just curious. Honestly, I just think that many of us are like this. Many. There are loads of not very standard faces, not very classic faces. If it's like faces with high and prominent cheekbones, like with faces with more weird structures that we need to somehow work with. Also, I did this nail polish, just one coat, and this is called ballet strippers. Ballet slippers. Yeah, I think it fits to that clean girl aesthetic kind of look. This is also the movement that normally I think clean girls do. I'm a bit dirty, so I just do this thing. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.